Metroplex, we join you from Jerry World, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We are ready for one final tune-up before the regular season begins. Off we go from AT&T Stadium. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Dak gonna run with it himself. And he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up a 6. And it'll be third down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
This is 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And now it's 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming off.
The Falcons come out and they are led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, The first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. And, Greg, after this one, it counts for real. Final preseason game. So what's the feeling like around the team in the locker room when you get to this point, the end of the preseason?
I think the biggest emotion is probably relief. I think especially for some of the older guys, Mike, it's did you get through healthy? Is your body right? And are you mentally ready for what's going to be a very long, turbulent, up and down? There's going to be a lot of good moments. There's going to be some bad moments. Are you physically and mentally ready for what an NFL season is going to be like? And I think that's what every guy in that locker room is asking themselves, taking inventory of their own checklist. So get through training camp, get through the dog days of camp, and get into a routine, get into the regular season practice schedule, and inevitably get to what matters the most, which is the games.
Go play action. It's Prescott. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Zach Harrison. He gets into drop it. It's a loss of 8.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he's out of bounds, gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Now, collegiate star in Austin with the Longhorns, it's Bijan Robinson. Able to slip one tackle, but not another. He'll be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll have a golden opportunity to get on the board first as they start 1st and goal. Here's Sanders. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Sanders is in. Touchdown, Dallas. scenario. The offense hands the ball first and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
Falcons nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. And their 2 drives so far not good. Punt, lost fumble. Trying to make amends here on drive number 3. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The all-pro Micah Parsons there for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Penix. Now, deep ball from London. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big play there for the Falcons. And even 30 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They're running here with Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Now a 3rd and 2. Here's a run with their tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
And anytime you have a long drive going, you'd hate to have it stall out there. So that's a really nice job up front, making sure that that doesn't happen, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
On 3rd and goal, it's under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the count.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Play fake. Prescott. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They get 16 on that connection. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Yards. That's good for a Cowboys. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Dak can throw it here on first down. Forced out wide. Taking off. Showing off the footwork. Sliding down after a gain of 8.
A gain of 7.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 2. Throwing is Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. A big play for the Cowboys. 38 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Still first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. Williams. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. Now Prescott. Back to the end zone. He's got it. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Falcons 3.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Now, this looks like a design run. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
16 yards. First down, Falcons.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
They run over center with Robinson. And he gave one man the slip, and going to take this one forward. Pick up a 3.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. Brings up second down.
We are through 1. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. Here's a 2nd and 6 as we are ready to get back underway. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Falcon first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On 2nd down, Penix. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
3rd and long. From the gun, here is Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That is caught. What a throw. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then, what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons are back within 4. It is 14-10.
14. Falcons 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets this up to the 42.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Cowboys first First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes
and he will score. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. And the Cowboys are out to a 21-10 lead.
Falcons 10.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. To throw is Penix. Down the field, connection made to Mooney. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson.
Penix's pass complete to Bijan Robinson. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's second and 5. Throwing is Penix. He takes off. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
First down, Falcons.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch, and instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A A scramble leads to a first down.
13 yards. And the Falcon first down.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and that heads-up play moves the chains on third down.
London brought in motion. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. He's to the 10. And he is out of bounds. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Ball at the 3, second down and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's Coop for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons are back within 4. It's 21-17.
17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On play action, here's Dak. To the left side, he's got Tobin. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And He'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Got a man, that's Tolbert. Well, they hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Second down, Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's in! Devontae Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Paris Leofau there on the stop.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll step up and run this. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Atlanta.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing a quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play.
And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Trayvon Diggs in on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Michael Penix on the scramble. Sam Williams on the stop.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Here's a toss left side for Robinson. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, on 3rd down, here's Penix. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium. After this, here's Bradley Pinion now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And we will not have to return it. This one angled out of bounds. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to him with another drive here. A first down throw for Prescott. Pass brought in by Ferguson. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 22.
Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime.
And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third down and 9. They'll throw again. Dak. And the rush gets home. Hill goes down. She got him. Now a timeout. That's their first. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now, as he is on to punt for Dallas. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Falcons offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, it's Penix. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. He keeps it himself, and he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll throw. It's Penix. There he goes again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the 2nd half.
Brandon Aubrey.
3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. start on the ground with Robinson. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Deron Bland with the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Penix. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A gain there of 20. It's good for a Falcon first down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Left side in the hands of London. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 13 yards.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
On 3rd down, Penix. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Short kick taken at the 17. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for their first possession of the second half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A give, and here comes Williams. And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
A.J. Terrell on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. Prescott. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Dak going to push this one forward. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
First down, it is Williams. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A quick slant taken by Lamb. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Dallas first down.
13 yards on the play. That's another Cowboys.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
They run over center with Williams. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The tackle made by Jesse Bates. A 5-yard gain brings up second down at the Falcons' 6-yard line.
From the gun, here's Sanders. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to pick this up with a pop pass. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Interesting. You don't see a lot of jet sweeps on third down. It seems to be more of like a first and second down call because it kind of goes with more of the under center run game and play action game. So they go to it on third down. Really nice job there by the defense. Non-traditional play call. Good discipline. They're able to bring up fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that fourth down stop.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Ball carrier. Deron Bland on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 6-yard line.
Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Atlanta.
14. First down, Falcons.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time,
and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Mozzie Smith in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever, you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Now panics to throw on second down. Off he goes. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL, and I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, But if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was taken down.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
On second down, here's Penix. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? Great London. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Now Penix and the Falcons will line it up and go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll run with Robinson. And he will not get in. They will come up empty on this try for 2, unable to tie this football game up. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Going to run with it himself. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Play fake. Prescott. Short throw, brought in by Schoonmaker. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
That's complete left side to Pickens. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And the defense can't come up with the stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
And at this stage of the game, every 1st down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
8 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He takes off. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
16 yards. That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Here's Sanders. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Jalen Tolbert. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9.
Falcons 26.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. Whoa! And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll step up and run this.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the gun on third down, here's Penix. Right side, catch made by McLeod. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Atlanta.
A gain of 14. And the Falcon first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good game.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll go again with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
3rd and 2. And Penix. He's going to pick up the first down and more. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Now Robinson. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down straight ahead.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
So here comes Younghoe Koo in a pressure spot. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Second down, Prescott. Throw left side, caught by Ferguson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of
11 yards on the connection there. First down, Cowboys.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. It's another run here for Williams. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On the give, it's Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Dallas first down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Here's a screen now for Sanders. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screenplays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's brought in right side by Pickens. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
It is 2nd and 9. Pistol now for Prescott. He's going to run it. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not in time.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this 2-point try.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to be out of bounds. That is short of the goal line. And the try for 2 does not work.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Agnew on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. It's Penix. Left side, he's got McLeod. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
It is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is incomplete, taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning. The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Again, it's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Taking off, Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly, realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket, decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd down. That's caught. It's Charlie Warner, the tight end.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. That one taken in by London. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 9-yard line.
2nd and a yard. To throw again, it's Penix. And he's going to slide down with the 1st down inside the 5. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
On is Koo for the point after. He's got it, and the Falcons have cut the deficit to 5.
The score, Cowboys 41, Falcons 36.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To a knee goes Prescott. And that should do it. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They finish the preseason on an up note. Now they'll have a couple weeks to get ready for the season opener coming in September. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.